Rebecca Monyei, and I'm here with Cyprien Josson all the way in France. And we're now on the Nollywood Spotlight show on Nollywood Radio France. And we have some exciting stuff for you today.
Thank you, Rebecca. This is the magic of technology, 8,000 kilometers that separates us, and then we can still talk to ourselves on Skype. So, what do you have for us today, Rebecca?
Oh, great question. And you listeners out there, you are going to love this. Okay, according to Bella Naija, which is an online blogging / magazine, sort of like an Afro-centric, upbeat African outlet that tells different types of stories from entertainment to actual news. And they have a specific piece on their website which I found very, very interesting.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So, friend, according to Bella Naija, Tonto Dike, a very, very well-known Nollywood actress, and Yul Edochie, another very, very well-known Nollywood actors, are Vanguard's sexiest actors in Nollywood for 2013.
Wow.
Yes. Now my list goes on and on.
Okay.
But on the article, on the piece on that blog, apparently Tonto Dike was announced the sexiest actress in Nollywood for 2013, while Yul Edochie also was crowned sexiest actor. And the way they were able to figure this out was the public voted via text messaging, and they also had a little thing where they cut off some coupons, and everyone, based on the calculations from what everyone had voted on, these two were crowned sexiest.
Wow.
And so Tonto, they're saying, beats Ebube Unwego and Carlette Orji, and while Yul Edochie was also competing with some very, very important actors as well. They posted several pictures of this. So Yul was up against the likes of Benson Okonkwo, just to name a few. And past winners on the website was Genevieve Naji, Jim Ike was one of them, Omotola Jolade, even Desmond Elliott won at one point, and Chika Ike also won at one point. So I thought that was very interesting. Now, these celebrities are absolutely gorgeous. Now, if you've never heard Yul speak in a movie, I mean, you've never watched a Nollywood movie. He has this absolutely unique voice, very sexy, absolutely. I think he looks good on camera, actually. So I can see how he won. But, there are just so many Nollywood actresses out there that are gorgeous.
Yes.
I'm not saying, Tonto Dike isn't beautiful. She is pretty gorgeous. I'm just saying, I mean, talk about more popular, I would believe that, but the most beautiful or the most sexiest, come on. It just doesn't click.
Rebecca, come back with that. What about Mercy Johnson?
Mercy Johnson, she's good looking. She really, when she really dresses up, she looks very good.
Yeah.
When she dresses down to fit a role, she really does fit that role as well. Mercy Johnson wouldn't also be my number one takeaway either.
Yeah.
I'm looking more like Stephanie Okereke, really. Stephanie Okereke is tall. She's gorgeous. She has a great personality. She's an ambassador to everything I know. Just like Genevieve Naji. But Genevieve Naji, to me, looks more authentic as far as, ethnic look. She's more ethnic to me. But not to say that ethnicity, look more African isn't beautiful. I mean, that's what set us apart, But I just feel like with Stephanie Okereke, she can play both. She can play anything. She could be, an African American, she could be Igbo, you know, she could be Nigerian, she could be, you know, someone from South Africa. She just has that well-rounded facial look and color and stature going for her.
And now there's another news again. I just read that on one of the Nollywood websites, saying that the industry is getting richer and richer, but at the same time, the paradox is that we have poor actors and actresses, and they're not getting enough from the big cake. So what's your take on that?
That is so true. And a lot of people don't know that. See, a lot of these actresses are not as wealthy as you think. The big boys and girls in the industry are the marketers and the distributors and whoever invests in the film, because most likely the investor already has a clear understanding of how much money will be coming back to him or her. But the actors, the filmmakers, the cinematographer really get just a tiny piece of the pie.
Yeah.
Now, a distributor in Nigeria can buy a film for 100,000 naira, and that's pretty much all he'll have to pay for the life of that film on his shelf. He could have made millions and gazillions of copies. The only thing he does not have is jurisdiction outside of Nigeria to sell the film outside of the borders of Nigeria. But within the country, which holds, you know, over 6 million people, I mean, if he does great marketing, he can make, well, millions and millions of naira. And the investor, the person who sold the movie to him, will never get a piece of that pie. So it makes absolute sense that these actors and actresses are not wealthy at all. You know, they just get what they can. They have to continuously make movies to make money, whereas the distributor may never sell another film in his life if he doesn't want to.
Actors and actresses in playing a wonderful role should be well paid, because I think that's very, very important.
Absolutely, Soprano, I'm 100% with you on that. I think it took the U.S. about 120 years before actors, actresses, musicians, opera singers really put their foot down to where they had a organization that took their best interest at heart. In the sense that actors in the United States, most actors in the United States, who are under the union, for as long as the movie is on shelf, or for as long as the movie is being sold to the public, they will always get a piece of that pie. Even if it's pennies on the dollar, they will always get something for that film. But it took them a while to get there. I think I would like to tell you that based on this conversation that you and I are having, someone is actually listening and trying to figure out how to really pay back these actors and actresses. That definitely is my dream. But I think the groups that we have now, the Actors Guild of Nigeria, the Actresses Guild of Nigeria, we have all these guilds in Nigeria, which a lot of these actors and actresses have to pay into. They really have to, you know, become selfless and really take the best interest of these actors and actresses to heart, and really try to help them make sure that they get what they're worth. It's really a monopoly when it comes to distribution. So it's going to be, I don't know how they're going to do that. I guess you just have to pray that some miracle happens and someone does the right thing.
Now let's look at another problem, because that's one of the biggest problem in the industry is piracy. So what have you to say about that?
Piracy, Cyprian, is everywhere. It really is everywhere. What movie makers have to do is to spend that little money to actually produce quality products that, you know, fills any area where people can still, like, okay, with certain DVDs, you can actually put something on it that makes it a bit difficult for someone to reproduce.
Right.
So it's not cheap to do that, though. You have to pay a little bit extra. And a lot of the times people don't want to buy movies like that, you know, movies that are a little bit expensive. But I think if you put on there the reason why that movie is as expensive as it is, a lot of people will appreciate that. And most people want to buy something that is original anyway. So if they see on the cover that this film does have the ability to stop anyone from reproducing the movie, that's why it's a little bit more expensive, they will appreciate it because they know it's an original. And they will want to buy just that, I personally think. But then there are some people that, you know, do want to reproduce the movie and won't buy it. So it's sort of like a sliding scale. You win sometimes, you lose sometimes. I don't know. But I think most people are good. So. And if they see that you are making an effort to stop piracy by doing that, there will be a lot more people that will understand the reason for that. You know, for maybe a slightly higher, if the DVD were being sold for $5, now they're being sold for $6 or $7 because it has that extra security on the cover. I think more people will appreciate that than don't, you know.
You are listening to Nollywood Radio France, and that's Rebecca, my colleague in Houston, Texas, having a wonderful conversation with me, and I'm here in France, in a little town called Chartres, a very beautiful town anyway. So, Rebecca, that's the end of our conversation. Do we say that now?
Yes, we do, and definitely stay tuned for next week's episode. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have some awesome stuff for you. And keep a lookout on Nollywood Spotlight. .blogspot.com. We will have a competition on there, so we want to see what you think or who you think is the sexiest actress of 2014. We also want to know who you think is the sexiest actor for 2014. So definitely log on to www.nollywoodspotlight.blogspot.com.